I can't believe she's already gotten them out and put them back in the basket. And so I picked up the shoes, I walked to her room and to the basket thinking, well, I'll just put them back in there. And there's 2 pairs of these shoes. There's 2 pairs of these shoes. But that wasn't the part that I'm so confused about. On the bottom, because again, I got these at a secondhand store, on the bottom of these shoes, the same writing. So again, it's not like one pair was picked up somewhere else and they're secondhand. It's not like they were purchased at Walmart or something and we accidentally grabbed 2 pairs of these shoes. And also, I thought, okay, I asked her dad, did you buy her some of these shoes? He said, no, I didn't. I also thought back to Christmas. My mom had gotten her a pair of little Elsa shoes but that's not them. These are them. It's a completely different pair of shoes altogether. They're the same shoe. It's the same size. They're both worn out in the same distress in the same way like they're secondhand. I'm so confused. Also, look at one of the shoes in each pair is missing a strap. In this pair, it's on this shoe, on the right shoe, and on this pair, it's on the left shoe. But both are missing a strap. Somebody explain this to me because I'm still mind fucking blown.
Kim Kardashian threw her daughter Chicago West an epic birthday party, and don't worry, it wasn't like this last year. It was Hello Kitty themed, but this was the funniest moment of the entire thing.
Happy birthday, dear child. Happy birthday to you. Yay! True, say yay! True, say yay!
Prue clearly wasn't having it, but not only did Kim wear an I Love You Chicago shirt, just look at how she decked out her house. It's insane.
How cute is Shy's Hello Kitty party? Got a little reined in, so did it inside. These balloons are amazing.
She had a legit ball pit with a slide. And Chicago had this Hello Kitty dancing person. It is insane how much money this family has. And I feel like Chicago West is gonna be the next model. The next it girl. This little girl is fierce.
Let's read some Glitch in the Matrix stories, part 50. This one is oh my god, crazy, and it's very descriptive, so just be prepared. From my Glitch in the Matrix story, I heard, saw, and felt myself die. It was 12 o'clock a.m. on 11/4/2015. I was 38 weeks pregnant, and my husband drove me to get induced because I had preeclampsia. I get placed into a delivery room, and the nurses set up my IV and start giving me Pitocin. 2 hours pass, and my water breaks. I can feel my son move. My husband calls the nurse. She sees if I'm dilated and finds out that I'm only 2 centimeters. She says, I'll give you 10 minutes, and I'll come and check on you again. 5 minutes pass, and my son is kicking like hell in my stomach, and I'm screaming in pain. My husband calls a nurse. It's still 2 centimeters. She hits an alarm, and 8 standby nurses come in. They start preparing in another room for an emergency C-section. I'm freaking out, so I beg my husband to call my mother, who he doesn't like. She works at McDonald's down the street. Before she gets there, the doctor comes in and tells me there's no way I can wait. The baby is in distress. They flip me over, administer an epidural. Not even 2 minutes later, I can feel the doctor cutting into my stomach. The pain was excruciating. I can feel my stomach on fire. My husband is looking right at me in my face and telling me that everything is going to be okay. My whole body is shaking, and I can feel my doctor digging around in my stomach. Then finally, I hear my son let out his first cry. I look to my husband. The doctor is walking to him with our son. The alarm on my monitor is going crazy, and I can see the doctor toss my son to my husband, and he starts requesting for blood. More nurses enter the room. The alarm is beeping and beeping over and over. My husband walks toward me with our son, and I can see my baby's little fingers and his cute little nose, and then my monitor goes silent. A flatline beep rings across the entire room. Nurses grab my son from my husband. My husband is screaming, and I'm looking at my husband, and then all of a sudden, I can see me. My mouth is closed. I'm pale white. I move across the room to the end of the bed. My stomach is ripped open. Blood is pooling like a lake under the frame. Oh my God. I'm standing at the edge of the bed next to my husband, and he's holding my foot that's dangling to the side. The doctor comes back in the room and says he's sorry, he did everything he could do. I turned to look at my husband, and then the room completely changed around me. I'm sitting on the bed in the first delivery room. The nurse is at the end of the bed. My husband is holding my hand. The nurse checks to see how much I've dilated, and I'm 9 centimeters and ready to deliver. Okay, maybe it was a dream or a premonition. There's a knock at the door, and we're expecting it to be the doctor, but my mother runs in screaming, "Is everything okay?" My husband gets really upset and asks her what the hell she's doing in the delivery room, how did she find us and know our room. My mother looks at him with a blank face. I'm staring speechless, freaking out, and my mother's face turns from blank to creep, looking him dead in the face, and she says, "Roy, what are you talking about? You just called me out of work saying that there was an emergency and I needed to get here immediately." My husband turns to me and says, "No, I didn't. I've been standing by Zoe the whole time." The door opens and the doctor walks in. "All right, everyone, who's ready to deliver a baby? Read the room, doc." I vaginally delivered a healthy 6-pound, 5-ounce baby boy without any complications on 11/5/2015. As my doctor laid my son on my chest, I stared mesmerized at my baby's fingers and his cute little nose looking exactly how it did moments ago when he was cut out of me. I don't know what happened, and I don't know how I jumped from an emergency C-section back to right before everything started to turn south. And to this day, my mom swears my husband called her to work and told her to come. I told my mom what happened, and she says that this glitch in the Matrix was my second chance. It couldn't have been a dream because of the mom. What?
Hola gente hermosa, estaba súper resfriada, estaba afónica, así que no les podía mostrar este video, pero por favor vean esto. Él piensa que está hablando con su hija. De hecho, la ve, pero no hay nadie en la cámara. Y miren cómo se mueven las cosas en la cocina.
Yeah, she got out the freezer earlier for you. She put me in the fridge. No one's going to take long to defrost anyway.
Ese es un caso típico de doppelganger y la persona que está imitando está en mucho peligro.
Have we decided what prawn dish you're going to mess up? Ellie! Fridge! Freeze it! Freeze me that way, freeze me this way. Bloody hell.
Él está seguro que está teniendo una conversación con su hija.
Dad, who are you talking to?
Fuck! You!
Why do you keep shouting my name?
Are you fucking...
No. Why are you shouting my name? I think I said...
You!
I
Just
didn't-
come in the door!
I didn't hear
Oh
you.
my god! Oh, hold on 1 second, my heart's going. You just come in the door.
What?
You just come in the door. You went into the kitchen. You asked me about your prawns because you asked Mum to get them out of the freezer for you. I told you to put them in the fridge for you. Are you fucking with me?
No, I've been upset.
Oh my god, I am shaking now. That has got to be the best doppelganger I've ever seen this
I've been upset.
entity.
I thought you were calling my name because I was
No,
confused.
honestly, right? The
I
door
knew.
opened and you closed it. I saw you wearing your orange jacket. The fridge opened. I told you to shut the fridge. Your recipe thing's right there because you
Yeah,
didn't
but that's for
and after
later. That's for later though. I haven't...
But he moved.
Como pueden ver, el papá está en shock. Él le dice, pero tú entraste por la puerta, tenías tu chaqueta naranja, te dije lo de la receta en la heladera, abriste la heladera, todo se movió. La chica le dice, papá, ¿qué onda? Yo siempre he estado arriba, ¿por qué estás gritando mi nombre? Se dice que todos tenemos personas muy similares a nosotros repartidas por el mundo y que alguno podría parecer inclusive nuestro gemelo. Pero el doppelganger, la criatura que tiene la capacidad de hacerse pasar por ti, está realmente intentando robar tu identidad y es posible que estés en un gran peligro. He escuchado muchas historias sobre personas que piensan que acaban de ver llegar al papá en el auto o han conversado con la mamá o ven pasar al hermano o al hijo y después no hay nadie o después ven entrar a la persona real a la casa y se sorprenden. Es un fenómeno mucho más común de lo que pensamos, así que me gustaría saber si ustedes han tenido experiencias con doppelgangers.
We're going to go back to when you were in school. What is the best piece of advice you would tell your younger self?
Get the hell out of school. Grab books and learn it yourself. That's the way to do it. You read books and you read both sides of every issue and you'll come up with the truth because it's always